Hello.
Hello.
How goes it? We got some people in here already.
Do we?
As normal, we've got Ed.
There we go.
I'm ready for some Fantastic Cruise live show.
Well, you're in the right place, Ed.
And Anita says, hi, Kimbra, Matt, and Marty. If she's going to be here tonight, she is indeed. And Ed's talking about skinny dipping.
Okay.
Les says, good hot evening, all. It's 90 degrees. Yeah, it was a hot one today.
It's been hot in Florida. I think we're supposed to get some of those summer rains starting next week, though.
Summer rain.
I think it's going to cool us off a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Isn't that how that song goes? Or is it not rain? Summertime.
What song are you talking about?
It's a country song.
Oh,
I know you wouldn't know it. That's why I didn't ask you specifically.
I don't know that. Hey there, cruising is fun anytime, even right now. Welcome, or Bonbini, as we say here on Fantastic Cruising. So yeah, we'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we're going to have a little fun tonight. We're going to do some for fun rating of cruise lines on some different things, and we'll have you guys, help us push those little cruise lines up and down the tier list to see where they belong for these different categories.
Sorry, I'm going to do a thing.
You're going to do a thing?
Yeah, just a quick thing, because...
No. It is our meetup this weekend on Sunday, so for those of you who are...
You beat me to it. I was going to...
Oh, is that the thing you were going to do?
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to put the link on Facebook that people know we're live.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
That's probably helpful. But
I was going to do this.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's the Fantastic Cruising Florida meetup at Gatorland, Sunday, June the 9th, starting at 10 a.m., going until who knows when. I mean, Les and Pat are retired. They can party forever. But
yes, that's what retired means.
But hey, if you are in the area or want to be in the area this Sunday, we will be at Gatorland, and it should be a lot of fun.
And here's the thing. We're arriving at 10. So even if you can't get there right away and you want to come hang out with us later in the day, like you wake up at 10 and it takes you like an hour to get there, then send us a message at 11 and we'll find you.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, as they say, whoever they are. I know we talked about it before, but gosh, Marty is getting so big. She's beautiful. She is beautiful. Yeah, she is getting big. They grow up so fast.
So
bearded dragons are like close to full grown in a year. So she's 7 months old?
She is.
Roundabout 7 months and some change.
So tomorrow is Repticon.
Tampa, yeah.
Oh, and I've been wanting to get a nice little holder for the Marty monster. And this place, I'm going to show you here in a second, is going to be at Repticon. So look at that. Marty might be getting one of these.
I don't know how I feel about the person with the dragon on their back while they're riding a bicycle.
I think that's hilarious. I wouldn't do that.
It seems a little reckless to me, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Oh, we're getting in the sleep position.
She's adjusted to the sleep position.
Yeah.
But isn't that cute? Look at that. Look how silly.
Only she'll probably have to grow into it.
Yeah.
They make them for adult dragons. They guess they will customize them for younger dragons, but they grow up so quickly, and they're not super cheap. So it's kind of not worth it to have one made when your dragon's going to outgrow it in like a few months. I mean, that's worse than baby clothes, right? So, yeah.
Hey there, Stacy.
Stacy says, hi, everybody. We are watching a basketball game at the same time as the live. Multitasking. All right. Is that like an NBA game or something? Isn't that NBA stuff's going on right now? I think I saw something that said that.
You put more in there?
Yeah.
I'm going to drink the whole bottle.
I'm not going to drink the whole bottle, but I am drinking some Bushmills Black Bush. That is Irish whiskey, triple distilled, finest blend, sherry cask reserve, and it's quite good actually. It's very good with some Gosling's ginger beer.
Oh, WNBA.
Oh, okay, so it's still NBA.
Yes.
Just the ladies NBA. I got a little more ginger
What you
beer.
doing, Marty? You good?
My perspective was off on that, but it seemed to be okay.
Did you miss?
No, I thought I was missing, but I didn't miss. I used my professional stir.
Marty offered her tail.
She did offer her tail, but she's too young to drink. I didn't want her to lick her tail and then get drunk. She's only 7 months old. After all,
that's human years. What is that in lizard years?
I mean, they live a little longer than your average dog. So if it's 7 years and is a dog year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's still too young. Because that means a dog would have to be 3 to be 21.
Mm. So still too young.
Even if she was in Ireland. Ireland's probably like 16 drinking age or something. I don't know if it still is. That. She still had to be over 2.
Sorry, Marty. Too young.
Yeah. So there you go.
Why are you looking that way? Your people are over here. Hey, turn your head. Over here. Hey.
Anyway, how's everybody doing? Anybody getting ready to cruise in the next few weeks or anything anytime soon? Any other exciting travel plans or?
I looked at some cruises the other day.
I know you were looking at cruises. Yeah.
We didn't book anything.
And then we got the electric bill. So yeah, it's been hot in Florida.
Sure has.
So yeah, and you've got a new 3D printer coming.
I do. I sure do.
Todd's not in here. I'm sure you're waiting for Todd to talk about that. Oh, but he knows. He already knows.
He does. Jeff. He was the first person I told.
Yeah, I'm like, I know Todd knows because you probably had conversations. Didn't you say he told you that it was on sale or something?
He told me about the sale. Oh, yeah. Well, because I keep asking him about it.
Todd, who prints all kinds of things, he made Kimber these groovy earrings. These little tall animal earrings there. But this one is fancy, right? It does color.
Oh, it does all the things.
Multicolored filament.
Mm-hmm.
So you could print in more than one color.
Up to 4.
Oh. Up to 4 colors. That's only one less than I get on the camp shirt.
Mm.
So
I can print a camp shirt, except not really. Stacy says, Todd prints some cool stuff. He does indeed.
Yes, he does. Cruising is fun anytime. We have 142 days before the Carnival Paradise. Well, hey.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's pretty exciting. Well, listen, we work right by literally right next to the port that the Carnival Paradise goes out of. So when you're getting ready to sail, let us know and we'll come out and say hi.
Yeah.
Or when you get back, let us know. We'll come out and say hi.
In 142.
In 104. We will not remember. I will not remember 40 days from now, much less 142 days from now. Maybe not even 4 days from now, because that's where my memory's at these days. But yeah. Hey there, Kevin Counts, Bombini. You are officially on vacation. Fly out tomorrow, sail on Thursday. Well, that's real close. I am packing while I listen, multitask, saying hello to hashtag Stacey Waldrop. And I missed that end there. If anybody's interested, I blog daily while cruising. Oh, cool. I post on the Ship Show Facebook page. That's cool. First blog should drop on Monday. So go check out the Ship Show. I didn't know you did that, actually, Todd.
Oh, they're in Galveston.
Okay. But the Paradise sails out of Tampa, right? It's not gonna. That's not changing, is it?
No, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's going.
Well, it's always coming back to Tampa. Les has 147 days until the Carnival Vista.
Oh, okay, all right. So that's about the same. 142, 147. Hey there, JT.
There's JT.
So that's pretty cool.
Stacy and Gina have 85 days till the magic.
Till the
Oh man,
magic.
I need one of them countdown things.
Yeah, we don't have a countdown right now.
One of these days.
Kevin, we have this board at work, and they post things on there. They don't post things. It's a whiteboard. Somebody will write something on there like, "What's your favorite food to have at midnight on a Thursday?" or random stuff. And then people write down whatever. Normally I just ignore it because I don't care. But somebody wrote today favorite pop punk band, and there was some pop punk bands that got put on there, but a couple controversial ones, and I'd like your input on this, Kevin, because one of them was the Ramones, which I Googled it, and I guess people do consider them pop punk in some ways, but I don't. I guess, I mean, they were on MTV and stuff in the 80s, I guess, but then somebody else put Bad Brains. Now that's a stretch, right? Pop punk, Bad Brains? No.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
I knew pop was a thing, and I knew punk was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pop punk is a thing?
So pop punk would be bands like Green Day, typically.
Okay.
The Offspring, stuff that like in the 90s, some punk rock kind of got very popular. It's a little more melodic. Some people consider NoFX pop punk, some of their stuff, and the Descendants are sometimes considered pop punk because they're kind of more. It's more melodic. There's like hardcore punk and pop punk, and there's we got to split it into a million.
I like the Descendants
genres. So but I would not. I mean, I would not fight somebody that were calling the Descendants pop punk, but I don't like. I consider them like just a California late 70s, early 80s punk band. Like I consider the pop punk. I know technically it started earlier than this, but I consider that like those 90s bands when pop actually got commercially successful. Like post grunge is when pop punk became kind of a thing. Some of those bands are okay, but that's not the punk rock that I listen to. But I mean, they're all right. Like Green Day's okay, The Offspring's okay. Like, all right.
I know Green Day.
You know some of the other bands that are considered pop punk from that era.
Okay.
Yeah.
JT says, yes, you do need a countdown. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, I made a logo.
You did make a logo.
Yeah.
Has it been posted?
Yeah, it's been posted.
So it can be shared.
It can be shared.
Okay.
So if you follow Lovey's Fat Life or Adventures Ahead, those two have a collaborative channel that's called Real Dead.
Well, half of those two.
Well, yes, the male halves.
Yes.
Of those two. So Josh and Mike, and it's called Real Dead, REEL, and they talk about horror movies. They're horror movie buffs, which I like horror movies. And Mike asked me and I guess Josh asked me if I could make a logo for their YouTube channel, and I said, what do you guys want? And they already had some concepts, so that was really easy for that part of it. But yeah, check it out. Go subscribe to their channel, Real Dead. Check them out if you like horror movies. Check them out on Facebook. They've got a group on Facebook. But definitely just go over there and if you like horror even a little bit, give them a subscription, and you can see the logo. It's like basically it's like a film strip that says "real" and then the word "dead" underneath it with some drippy blood.
We like drippy blood.
We like drippy blood, and we like Josh and Mike. They're good people, so support them, please.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what else we got going
on? I don't know. I see.
You see?
I'm just looking. JT says he thinks you're giving me a hint.
We don't have a cruise countdown.
I mean, I know that though. That's not like a hint I need because It's just I need to win that lottery or something. Oh, here we go. All right. For the this is just me and Kevin having this conversation probably. But Liz once asked me if the Stranglers were punk. I said that a lot of their stuff was just as punky as the Ramones. However, I think the Ramones aren't very punky. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, people say they're like the inventors of punk. That's like a big debate, controversy thing. But I mean, when punk started, it was very, very varied. So I consider the Ramones punk, but they definitely don't sound like most other punk bands. And I would agree with your assessment of the Stranglers as well, though I'm not as familiar. But yeah, for me, the Vandals, Circle Jerks, Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, like those are my descendants. Yeah, DOA. That's the punk that I grew up on.
Now that you've lost the rest of our crowd.
Yeah, and I mean, then we could talk like Sex Pistols and the Clash. Like that's a whole other thing. But anyway. We need a group cruise countdown. Just saying. Hey, look, we're working on it. Okay, but those cruises aren't even out there yet. Like they're not even available to see yet.
They don't exist.
No. What do you think of that background, Marty?
What do you think?
It's pretty epic, isn't it?
You like the lights?
Does it remind you of the Outback? Probably not.
Probably not.
G'day, mate.
Marty loves kisses.
Or so we say.
Marty gets a lot of kisses. What are you looking at now? Looking at the ceiling?
Well, look, we had 12 people in here for a second. Now we're down to 10. Maybe we should start doing this.
We scared someone off?
Yeah, so maybe we should do this thing that we talked about that we were going to do.
All right.
The tier list. So I've been
ready for me to bring it up?
Yeah, you can bring it up. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately, and not in the cruise world, but in other worlds on the YouTube, various worlds that are using this tier maker thing and doing these little tier things where you kind of rate stuff. So I think the way that this is default setting is it's a little like opposite of what I think of, because normally I think of green would be the best, but in this case it's not. It's like, I guess the top is S, which is supposed to be superb, and then A, B, C, D. So that's fine. I can get used to the color swap.
Change the color.
No, please don't, because I've already got it in my head that that's the way.
Got it.
So the top is the top. So what we thought we would do is you guys gave us a little bit of help with this, and we may add to this. We've got 3 or 4 of these different ways to rate cruise lines. Now, Kevin, I'm sorry. I know the cruise lines that you go on are probably not.
I think Kevin's been on some of these.
Well, yeah, but he normally goes on the smaller lines. But we were trying, but that's almost as like apples and oranges. Like that's, some of these lines are different enough that it's a little bit hard to rate them against one another. But I think when you get into some of those smaller lines, it's not really the same game,
Here we go, Matt. The MSD World America has been released for September of 26. So we could do that one.
There you go. Yeah. What do you say? The class? Clash. Okay. I think that's what you meant. Yeah, I kind of the same thing. Like I liked the Clash was okay. Like I remember that was one of the first punk rock albums I bought, was one of their albums, and I was like, eh. And now I love the Clash. But anyway, I digress. So we're going to put these in order, not in order, but in how we rank them compared to one another and stuff. And then we'll take some feedback from you guys, and you may agree or disagree with us. And if we get enough pushback, then maybe we'll move some around on this thing. But what do you want to start with? Which one?
Well, I want to start with the one that we did earlier and see if they agree with us.
Okay. So
how about that?
So the first one we're going to rate is it has to do with the price of the cruise. Now, when we did it earlier, we were simply thinking of it as most expensive to least expensive, or least expensive to most expensive, or best like the
somewhat, but
are we thinking of value for your buck in this? Because I wasn't really factoring that in.
I wasn't really factoring
much.
value. I would say we were doing more price, but like there's one in particular that we put in a different tier as another one because its price included some things that the other one didn't.
Okay, so you could kind of
So
think about like you'd have to buy those and then it would be more expensive.
right.
So we'll factor that in a little bit. So okay, so let's start with let's start on the left. That's MSC on the left there.
So in this rating, the top is going to be like the least expensive or the most value for the price,
Yeah,
or
kind of.
And then the more expensive or so is going to be at the bottom of this list. So
Yeah.
that's how we're going to place them.
Yeah, and we may, and look, we're going to put these there, and then we may move these around as we go. Okay, but we're gonna put them where we think they go, and then we'll kind of reassess it, and then we'll take some feedback from you guys, and we'll either take it or ignore it, and then we'll see where they all stand.
So you want us to go ahead and place them where we kind of placed them earlier, and then hear what they have to say?
Is that what you want to do? Or?
That's what I thought I just heard you say.
I mean, I'm open. If you did, you have something else in mind?
No.
Oh, okay.
Unless we were going to do it together.
Have them do it too, with the same. That might be confusing because there's a lot of.
So us do it and then take their feedback and possibly.
Yeah, let's see. They can. Then they can. Yeah, then they can revolt.
Sounds good. Now that we have figured out what we probably should have figured out before we were here.
Yeah. I mean, this came as an idea to me like this afternoon. I was like, oh, we should do something cruise related. This will be fun.
So MSC, what do you think?
So MSC, I think, is probably, when you're talking about comparing their average cruises, obviously prices vary throughout the year and where you're going and all that stuff. But their average price compared to these other 8 cruise lines, I think MSC probably has the best prices most of the time. So I would put them in superb for this particular one. Now, full disclosure, there are 3 of these cruise lines that neither one of us have ever sailed on, so we will depend on you guys for input. But on this one, we can kind of go by. We don't have to have necessarily sailed on them because we kind of have an idea of the price. And I bring that up because the next one is Celebrity, and you and I have not sailed Celebrity.
No, I've actually also never priced out Celebrity.
I have a little bit because there was a time when Celebrity was really the cruise line I was targeting to go on, the Celebrity Edge specifically. And based on that, and I'm not sure where this is going to hit when we get all of them in there, but I'm going to say Celebrity is probably a B or a C would be my guesstimation. Now, we could put them in B, but I think when we get these other ones going, it might get knocked down to a C. I don't think it's going to be a D, but it's definitely not an A or an S, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then Princess.
Yeah, what do you think about Princess?
I would say that Princess is probably similar in line with Celebrity.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. I think maybe Princess might be a little less sometimes, but I think they're pretty competitive with each other. So I'd be willing to throw that in the B for now, knowing that they might move.
Okay.
They might move.
Oh, JT says Princess is less.
Okay, so we will factor that in. We'll see how everything plays out, and we may move those around.
All right. So next we have Royal Caribbean.
Yep.
So I would say that Royal Caribbean, knowing that it's the same kind of Celebrity, they're together. Mm-hmm. What's that called? Company. But Celebrity's a little more of like the higher class version. So I would say that Royal is going to be less than Celebrity, but I don't think it would be where MSC is. So I would say in this category.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. And this is making me think that maybe we're going to have to push
We're going to push Celebrity
A's and B's down one. I think, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, next we have Carnival.
Well, this may be it right there, because I think that although I think Carnival's prices are good, I don't know that they are in the United States. I don't know that they are as good as MSC. I feel like MSC is most of the time MSC is going to beat Carnival's pricing.
Okay, so here's my question. Are we very specifically talking pricing?
Well, we're talking pricing and I think value.
So would you say that
to some degree?
So if you were to put Carnival below MSC, let me back up. If we put, yeah, because I think the value of maybe what you get on Carnival might equal out what you're paying for.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't feel like I was giving up a whole lot on MSC.
That's true.
Like there were things that Carnival has that MSC doesn't, but I mean that ship was nice. I didn't feel like I was on like a cheaper ship. In fact, quite the opposite in many cases, in many aspects of it. So
we have here, JT says Carnival and MSC are very close. Stacy says, I really think Carnival is about the same as MSC. So, what do you think?
I don't know. So like part of the problem is I haven't priced those two recently. I know when MSC was first like kind of struggling, they were throwing out some deals.
Yeah.
And those deals were beating Carnival's pants off. I don't know that that's still the case. Let's put Carnival with MSC for now.
Okay.
But I mean, I think it probably fits between those two. So we may, depending on where these other ones fall, we may knock that down a tier.
All right. How about Norwegian?
So Norwegian's tricky because I've only been on one Norwegian, and it was priced similar, I would say, to Royal Caribbean. I know some of their higher end ships are more, but then so are Royal Caribbeans.
So here's what I can tell you, and this is going to come into play in our next one as well. I priced out cruises for my birthday, which we probably won't do because none of them were actually falling around the time that I wanted to go. But I priced out cruises for Norwegian, Holland America. I think I looked at Princess. I looked at 3 different cruise lines.
Okay.
And there were definitely some that were a little pricier than others. And I would definitely say that Norwegian would be more pricey than Carnival. But I think it was maybe a little bit less than like Princess was.
Yeah, I would say that they're definitely not in the same tier as Celebrity and Princess. I don't think. So I would say, well, for right now, then let's just throw them in A.
Okay.
And
JT is saying NCL is a bit cheaper than Royal.
Yeah, but I think in the same. I think NCL and Royal are kind of like MSC and Carnival. Like if it was a continuum, and obviously there's exceptions to all these rules because there's a lot of cruises and different scenarios and stuff going out. But I think that I'm pretty happy with this so far. All right, what do we got next?
Holland America.
Holland America. So Holland America, my gut is to put them right next to Princess and Celebrity. I think they're that tier level. I think they're probably in that price range. Hey, Larry.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. So slap Holland America in, and this kind of makes sense because all 3 of those in the B tier are kind of upper level of Carnival and Royal Caribbean corporations. So I don't know if Royal Caribbean is called Royal Caribbean Corporation, but I think Carnival is called Carnival Corporation.
Yeah.
Okay. right.
Hey there, Larry. All right. Next, we have Disney.
Disney. So Disney, this is where it could get a little interesting because I think Disney by far is the most expensive one on here. So my gut instinct is to throw Disney into D. But if we do that, that does give us a little bit of room to shift depending on where we put Virgin. But
So JT says, I think you're off with Celebrity. It's a bit more expensive than both Princess and Holland. So maybe we move Celebrity down.
Okay. All right. Move Celebrity down. But then we're definitely going to put Disney in D.
Yeah.
D is for
I agree
Disney.
with that. Disney.
Disney.
All right. So that leaves Virgin.
Yep.
So here's my thought on Virgin. It's pricey. I don't think it's as expensive as Disney.
No.
I would say but it includes a lot. So like their pricing includes like the basic internet and soda, and like they don't have specialty dining because all of their stuff is like so it's
if you're gonna get that stuff, that brings down the price of Virgin.
Right.
Basically.
So it's like if you were going to pay for those things separately.
If you don't need those things, then Virgin stays a little higher.
Right. But I don't think it's with Disney. I don't think those things make it equal to like Princess and Holland level.
No, you think it's C?
I do.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm kind of between B and C on Virgin. It's interesting because I feel like MSC and Carnival, there's a little bit of a gap there, but not enough to drop them a tier. Same with NCL and Royal, although I'm not sure which way that goes necessarily. I think Princess and Holland are pretty good. Yeah, I think I'd maybe put Virgin ahead of Celebrity, but not by much. So I would be comfortable putting Celebrity or Virgin in on the C. Okay.
All right. So this is our price ranking.
That's what we've got. And I think from what I'm seeing in the chat, that looks like we're kind of consistent with what other.
Somewhat. Larry's saying Virgin is B. JT is saying C++ because of the inclusive. Larry said I thought B or C. So that's kind of where we were floating with it.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. Okay. So go ahead and drop all of those back down to the bottom. Because if you hit reset, oh, they're not going down.
Okay.
Where'd they go?
They're not moving.
Oh, they're not moving down? You can't put them back down?
I'm trying.
Interesting. All right. Well, then scroll down and hit reset, and then we'll just have to re-upload them. That shouldn't be a big deal.
Will you hit shift on the keyboard?
Yep. Oops, sorry. Okay. In the back.
All right.
All right. So the next thing we're going to rate them by, which one do you want to do next?
I don't know. I'm between 3 and 4.
Let's do 4.
Okay.
I think that'll be interesting. So,
cool.
So we're going to rate them by their private islands. So this is going to be tricky for us for Disney because we haven't been. And I don't. Oh yeah, we have.
So hold on. We've got Stacy says I would agree with your rankings. JT says I agree for the most part. Larry says what did I win? You win.
You win Marty's admiration.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna now. This is gonna be a little bit.
There's more.
What?
There's more words.
Oh, I'm sorry.
JT is going for a refill. And Les says U.S. Navy is an all-inclusive line minus the drink package.
That's true.
Okay, now you can talk.
Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit tricky talking about private islands because some of these cruise lines share private islands.
They do. And
But
there's also some of these I haven't been to.
but I'm saying that, and I think the only ones that actually share private islands would be Princess Holland and Carnival. Because I don't think Celebrity goes to Coco Cay.
Really?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Am I wrong about that?
So
Somebody tell me if I'm wrong about that. I don't
Here's
think
one
they
thing
do.
that I'm gonna throw out there. So Princess Cay, yes, Carnival goes to it, but it is Princess's
Okay.
private island.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
What about Holland though? Does Holland have like a main private island? I don't know.
I don't know. Does
I don't
somebody
know.
know?
I don't know.
Larry says, "Did we make the 2026 announcement yet?" No, because it doesn't exist.
Celebrity does now. Stacy says
Oh,
Celebrity
what is
does.
it?
Oh, they do go to Coco
Oh,
Cay
they
now?
go to Coco Cay now.
Okay. So we'll lump Celebrity's going to get lumped in with Royal Caribbean then, and maybe Holland's going to get lumped in with
Holland America, Half Moon Cay.
Okay, so Holland's going to get lumped in with Carnival, but Princess we're going to keep separated, even though Princess may go to Half Moon Cay, but they do have their own private island. So we're gonna say that for this, that's what we're talking about. So
Larry says, "I have not been to any private islands yet. I've been to Vancouver Island and Prince Edward Island. Do these count?" No.
No, they do not. So let's start with MSC because MSC has a private island. What is it called?
MSC is called Ocean Cay.
Ocean Cay or Key. So where would you rate Ocean Cay?
Oh, I would rate Ocean Cay pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have good snorkeling options, which for us is
right. This is I'm realizing that our rating of this may vary from other people's based on the amenities that we favor.
So here's another thing that I think helps. If you have the drink package, your drink package works on this island.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to say then. I'm going to say that Ocean Cay gets an S because it's a beautiful island. The drink package works on it. It's got good snorkeling.
If you don't name it, I have another one, but go ahead.
They are doing conservation work.
That was mine. Major conservation work
they
involved
claim,
on that
They claim
island.
to be and seem to be following through with that. So I'm going to say that's an S right there. Ocean Cay is an S.
I am going to
go. That's a strong showing from MSC. They got the highest rating on the last one, and they're getting on this. I didn't think they would do that, but
I'm going to put Marty back.
She's
still awake.
She's still awake.
Maybe I'll leave her here. Okay.
All right. Next up,
Princess. JT says, "What's the list this time? Private islands."
Yeah. So Princess Cay. This is going to be a challenging one because I've not been to Princess Cay. So I don't really know how to rank Princess Cay.
So I have been to Princess Cay.
Oh, good. One of us.
However, it was on what I call my cold cruise. So I did get in the water a little bit. This was also the cruise that I went on with Ashley. And she was not able to get in the water. So I didn't spend a lot of time in the water. I didn't really explore. But there was right in front of the little pier dock thing, tons and tons of fish right there. So that was really cool.
Okay.
Your cruise card does work on the island, your Sail and Sign card.
Right.
But I didn't have a drink package, so I can't speak to that.
I don't
think
it's Carnival,
it works.
So it probably does not. I think MSC is the only one that your drink package works on.
I feel like there was another one.
Maybe Virgin?
You know what? I'm gonna look it up unless somebody can tell me.
Somebody in the chat.
Can somebody either look that up or let us know?
Somebody's gonna know the answer to that. So I'm gonna default to you on this one for Princess Cay. Wherever you think it should go.
I'm kind of leaning towards C.
Okay.
because it was nice, but I didn't explore everything.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to really judge.
Okay.
All
JT
right.
says your card works on perfect day, but does
Yeah,
but does your drink package work on
yeah,
Coco Cay?
we're trying to drink packages. Do they work on the private islands? We know it does at Ocean Cay because that's where I spent half of my day.
All right.
Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna put it, just because, and it's hard it's hard for me to judge because it was my cold cruise, so it was.
Yep.
We didn't spend that much time on the island.
Okay.
All
okay.
right.
So Carnival in Holland we're going to do as one.
Okay.
Because it's really, we're talking about Half Moon Cay in this situation.
There's not another island. I was thinking there was another one.
Well, there will be soon.
There will be, but they don't have that one.
That doesn't exist yet, so we can't judge that.
So Half Moon Cay.
So here's what I would say about Half Moon Cay.
So I'm gonna real quick. Stacy says Half Moon is better than Princess in his opinion.
I have heard that. I have heard that for sure. So I would say I am leaning towards putting Half Moon Cay as a B.
Okay.
Because there is snorkeling there. We've seen cool stuff. It's not the most epic snorkeling. I do like it a lot. So it pains me a little bit to put it down to a B, but I'm thinking of other islands. And I mean, I think that the beach amenities and stuff are nice. You know, the buffet is nice. It is a tender port, which we should talk about that as well, because Ocean Cay is not. Ocean Cay is a dock, correct?
I'm sorry.
Ocean Cay is a dock port?
Yes, because they have the lighthouse.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say that that's going to go as a B. Your drink package works on Princess Cay, Anita says.
But not for Carnival.
Oh.
I don't.
Well, we're talking about Princess.
I know. But that's what I'm trying to confirm, because this says no Carnival Cruise Lines Cheers package. But what about
interesting?
Does Princess? I'm not saying I don't believe you, Anita.
She used it on the island, so I think she knows.
Oh, did she say that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's what I needed to know.
We're good. Like I said, let the chat.
No, that's cool.
Inform us here.
Okay, so I don't know if the drink. No, I still don't know if the island is.
You don't like the island as much?
I can't. It's so hard for me to judge because I just didn't do that much there.
We'll leave it in C, but we'll leave it in the C with an asterisk that says, you know.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Maybe it's closer to a B.
Here's what I'm going to say. I am going to leave it at C.
Okay.
Because although the drink package works for Princess, it doesn't work for Carnival.
But we're judging Princess specifically.
I know, but it's the island. Other cruise lines go to the island.
Right, but this is not judging the island. This is judging the cruise line.
No, we're judging the private island.
From the cruise line. So we're judging Carnival as Half Moon Cay.
Well, I'm leaving it there.
Okay. All right, so Carnival, Half Moon Cay, I would put as a B.
Okay.
I'm going to say B, which means Holland's going to be B as well.
Okay.
Royal Caribbean, Coco Cay. Coco Cay. What are your thoughts on Coco Cay? I have a lot of thoughts about Coco Cay.
Well, so I've only been to You're pulling my shirt down, honey.
I've been to Coco Cay a lot.
I know. I've only been there once.
Before and after the renovation.
No, let me finish. So you have different opinions than I do because.
How do you know?
Because the entire time we were there, you were complaining about the ropes being pulled in.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, I like Coco Cay. I think it offers a lot for people. If we're judging strictly on the snorkeling, I mean, there was decent snorkeling.
No, I don't think we should. I think we should try and. I think we should try and think about this from other people's perspective.
I think for what all of it has, and you can use your drink package on the island. I would say is probably an A.
Okay,
or even an F.
So here's what I would say. For me personally, I would put it as an A. I would put it as an A because it does have a lot of amenities. which I don't care about, but other people do. The snorkeling, although it is not the same, and they took away the best parts of it,
We saw lemon shark.
but it's still good. And it is a pier. So it's not a tender port. For those reasons, I would put it as an A. If this would have been pre-renovation, it would have been an S for me, but it's no longer an S.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it as an A. It still ranks above Half Moon Cay, but not by much for me. But for a lot of people, like JT says, if you have a family, yeah, for a lot of people, there's a lot to do there. There's a lot more activities, things like that.
All right. Celebrity. I guess celebrity goes with royal, right?
Oh yeah, I guess celebrity would go with royal. Yeah, so put them. Yep, put them right there.
Okay. Next we have Disney, which is Castaway Cay.
Castaway Cay. I don't know much about Castaway Cay.
Hey there, Scott.
Hey, Scott. If anybody has thoughts on Disney's Private Island, let us know, because I know that it's probably a great private island for like relaxing and for little kids.
So here
I don't know much else about it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. And
I don't think it's a tender port.
This is what I'm gonna. It's not.
Okay.
So we interviewed Debbie and Kevin and Olivia about their princess cruise.
We did,
and they talked quite a bit about this island.
Okay.
I know Debbie talked a lot about some of the more adult areas that she was able to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia loved some of the water activities.
Right.
I think Kevin mentioned getting on and off the ship a couple times.
Yeah.
Being able to do that. So other than those few things, I obviously can't speak to anything else, but they seem to have a lot of pretty good stuff to say about it.
Okay. So my gut would be to put it in B or C.
That I was thinking maybe B.
Okay. I think we could put it in B. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt that it's Disney, and Disney's probably going to do a great job. I don't know. I would put it in a B for me very personally, but I wouldn't know that unless I went there and got in the water. I haven't really researched it, the snorkeling and stuff, but it's a pier, and that automatically elevates it. So I think that's good. I think that's good.
All right. So next we have Norwegian, which is Great Stirrup Cay,
which I have been to.
That's good because I haven't.
Great Stirrup Cay is not a pier port. It is a they don't call them water shuttles. They still call them tender ports. It is, the snorkeling there is the worst of any of the private islands I've been to. There's hardly anything there, just sand. There's a couple reef balls, maybe. That's it. There's not a lot of amenities on the island that I recall. So I'm gonna say Great Stirrup Cay is, I'm gonna call it a C.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it as a C. It maybe should be a D. Actually, put it as a D, because from what you guys are saying about Princess, I don't think that it deserves to be next to Princess. It's not an island that I really enjoyed, but you know, and that's my take, but also I don't think it offers a lot compared to these other islands for other people as well.
Okay.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I don't want you to think I didn't like it, but compared to if I'm ranking these with each other, I can't put it in the same tier as these other islands. I just can't do that. Okay, Virgin.
So they have
Virgin.
Bimini.
Yeah.
Which is technically not a private island, but they have a private resort on Bimini. So that's what I'm going to count for that.
Yeah, it counts.
Apparently Norwegian has invested a lot of money in upgrades.
That probably doesn't matter for me, but that might matter for other people. So JT says maybe a C plus. So maybe that would I'm still going to call it a D plus.
So Bimini.
Yep.
So I would say the internet works there.
Okay.
Their internet.
That's true.
So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
their beach area / snorkeling area is non-existent.
It's garbage. They do have a swimming pool, which I don't.
Very large, like
The-
two-sided swimming pool.
Other than Coco Cay, I don't, and maybe Disney's Castaway Cay might have a pool. I don't think the other ones have a pool. Not that I can recall. So that's something. I was ready to put Virgin in D, but you know what? That is, and it's not a tender. However, you don't dock at
No, you do have to walk a little bit,
or take a tram.
or they have trams.
So it's still a little bit of an extra.
I think
in that way.
if you have like bar cash, it works there because you wear your little bracelet thing. But now, and this is very specific to us, we walked over there. Actually, I think we took the little tram or trolley or whatever you call it. Walked around for a minute, checked the internet on our app or whatever, or checked the app using the internet.
Right.
That is included.
Right.
Saw that we could do a snorkel excursion and left.
Yeah.
So we walked around long enough to see what they offered and then left.
Yep.
Because it wasn't for us.
No. Here's what I would say. I would say because it's a pier, because it's got a swimming pool, which I don't care about, but people do. I would put it as a C. However, because it's on Bimini, I would move it up to a B.
Just because it's on Bimini?
Just because it's technically on Bimini and you have access to
the rest of Bimini.
All that stuff. So you could go scuba diving in Coco Cay, but most of them you don't have any. There's excursion-y things you can do. There's like kind of half-ass stingray encounters and stuff at some of these, but there's not a lot. There's a little bit.
That's true. You know what? I would agree with that because a lot of these private islands, they offer excursions, but kind of not really. At the Bimini port for Virgin, you can do legit excursions. Yeah. Yeah,
and Bimini's cool. I mean, for us.
Yeah.
I don't know if other people like it, but
still say, I mean, I've had a lot of pretty good excursions. The one that we did in Bimini is still towards the top of my list.
Well, not only was that one of the best excursions that we have ever done, but walking on the bridge from the ship to the island and seeing freaking huge sharks
that was cool.
And stingrays like everywhere. I mean, come on. Even if you're not us, that's freaking cool.
I mean, everybody else was stopping and looking at that too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm gonna say I like where we got everything, I think.
All right. So Stacy's saying Celebration Key isn't going to be a private island either, just a private port.
The only problem is with that, Stacy, and I can't speak to this 100% because I haven't been to Freeport, but it's Freeport, not Bimini. So I don't know what else they have to offer, but that could be definitely a boon for it, for sure.
And JT says, NCL is not the worst private island. All my customers, they ranked Princess as the worst.
Interesting. I can't speak to Princess, but I can tell you for me, the water area was just like not impressive at all. And I don't remember there being much on land, but maybe they've done some renovations. Maybe it would be a C for a lot of people.
So here's what I'm going to ask if they're still here. Ed and Anita have been to Princess Key.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Well, have they been to Great Stirrup Key?
I want to know their thoughts on Princess.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because, like I said, I've been there, but we went and sat on the beach for a minute. I got in the water for a minute. We sat on the beach for a minute, got a drink, and went back to the ship.
Right.
So I can't judge it.
Right. Hey, Mom.
So I want to know what somebody who's like actually been on the island thinks.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And it's been like over 10 years since I've been to Great Stirrup Cay. So to be fair, I should say that. And I've never been to Princess Cay. So I can't really speak with a lot of authority on either of those. But I feel pretty comfortable about the other ones, except for Disney, which I haven't been to. The other ones I feel pretty strongly about. And I'm not even sure that's the order I would choose to visit them in, but I think that's the order they should be in.
Mhm.
So
Scott said it's so weird. With all the cruises I've been on, I've only been to one private
Huh.
island, and that was with Carnival in the Caribbean.
was that Half Moon Cay, Scott?
Interesting. You've been on a lot of cruises.
It almost have to be Half Moon. I mean, I guess who has? Well, I'm sure it's not happening right now. But who's got the island in Labadee, Haiti? Is that Royal Caribbean? I think it's Royal
I don't
Caribbean.
know.
It's probably not a thing at the moment. Yeah.
JT says he usually avoids
Oh,
private islands.
I love private
I
islands.
like private islands.
Yeah, well, I mean, like if it's Half Moon Cay, Coco Cay, Ocean Cay, all about it.
I mean, we have specifically picked cruises to get to some of those private
Yeah,
islands.
yeah, I really enjoy them. Yep. All right, so you want to go ahead and clear the box?
Sure.
And then we'll relaunch for our next topic.
All right.
Okay, and the next topic is.
Anita says we enjoyed Princess. We did a Stingray excursion that was nice, and it was priced well. The beach was nice, and we got awesome photos with the ship behind us. We really enjoyed it. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Hey there, Mike. Mike says tier list. Yes.
Yeah, Mike. So far, we did the based on pricing and based on private islands, and now we are going to do what? Which one do you want to do next?
I don't know. What do you think?
3? Let's do 3. Yeah, let's do 3. So this one we're gonna put them in ranking for drinks and bars. So.
And this doesn't mean like I've had a pina colada on every ship.
No,
which one is the best.
no. Right.
I'm gonna go put Marty away.
Unless they offer a specific pina colada that is considerably better than the other cruise lines, which I don't.
All right. Marty's going to bed, guys.
Kind of a non-example.
Because I'm tired of her pulling down my shirt, unless you want her.
No, go ahead and put her. She's ready for sleep.
Kisses, Marty.
So we kind of went back and forth whether we want to do this topic as drinks or we wanted to do it as bars. And then we thought, well, you know what? Let's kind of merge those two, because what we realized is when we were thinking about drinks that we liked, a lot of that had to do with the bar we were in. So it's going to be this one's going to be a little bit wishy-washy in that regard. And we're not going to be able to have any input on 3 of these cruise lines because we haven't been on them. But the other 6, we can give you opinions on, especially 5 of those 6. I think we can give you some pretty good opinions. I can't speak a lot to NCL, and she hasn't been on NCL. And the one I was on was an older ship, and it was like, I don't know, 11 years ago. So, but we'll do our best, and we'll start with one that we have no idea how to rate.
Did you see what we've got over here? Mike says Half Moon Cay is my favorite. We visited. Visiting for the 6th time in a couple weeks.
Yeah, Half Moon Cay is great, Mike. It didn't get the top tier. That went to Coco Cay, but I would rank them very, very close.
Scott says, I feel I can speak to drinks and bars.
But have you been on a Princess? Let me rephrase that. Have you been on a Princess cruise line ship?
JT says NCL free at sea is great. No limit. So we're not talking about the drink package.
No. This is not drink package.
No. This is just the drink.
This is drinks.
You can drink.
Drinks and bars.
Because not everybody gets the drink package. Not that everybody drinks, but.
And I mean, you could think of it as like non-alcoholic drinks if you're not an alcoholic.
Well, I mean.
We are, so yeah, we're not alcoholics, but we do like to drink alcohol when we're on a cruise. So Yeah. Okay, so
Did you say hi to your mom?
I did, yeah,
Okay, good.
a while ago. Yeah.
Well, I was hanging with Marty.
Wow. Anyway, yeah, our princess people, we're gonna do this. Put princess on hold. Put princess to the back of the line. Nobody puts princess in the corner. We'll come back to you, princess. Let's talk MSC. So MSC has bars.
MSC has
MSC
bars.
has drinks.
Yep.
MSC has I mean, I've only been on one MSC ship, so it's going to be based on that one, but it was a good MSC ship.
So, yeah. So as far as like bars and drinks, I wouldn't say that they had any bars that was like crazy super cool. However, we spent a lot of our time in the sports bar,
which was very nice.
It was nice. The staff were nice, which we're not judging staff specifically, but
well, I mean that could enter into the bar.
It could. But I wouldn't say that their drinks.
No, the drinks were not.
They didn't have anything special about
nothing memorable.
We spent time across the hall in the other bar over there too, a little bit, and they didn't really have any like special kind of drinks.
No.
So
I don't know. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? I'll tell you if I'm thinking that too.
It's hard because I really liked MSC.
Yeah, and we're just talking about the bars and the drinks.
I'm gonna have to say C.
Oh, C, really?
But they do offer food in that sports bar.
Oh, they do.
For an additional fee.
I would put them in B.
You'd put them in B.
Because I see B as the middle, so the average. And I think that MSC's bar to me was like, it was like the line where bars should be. Wasn't below average, wasn't above average, but it was good. I liked the atmosphere. It was pleasant. They had your standard cocktails, nothing special.
However, there is one drink that you didn't try that JT and I did. And we actually tried it on the island, but they also had it in that bar. And it was disgusting.
With the Myers rum?
No. Oh. It was a drink that was made. It was like their special drink.
But you can't judge them on one drink you didn't like.
But it was the only drink that was special.
Oh, gotcha. I see.
And it was disgusting.
Okay. Well, put them in B or C. I could go either way. I would put them in B, but if you're gonna put them in C, I'm not gonna fight you on
JT's got an opinion, but does anybody else have an opinion on MSC?
Oh, JT's saying C. So that's 2-1. So put them in C.
Okay.
Royal Caribbean. Now, Lovey's got some good feedback for somebody's barking in the other room.
I wish I knew when that was going to happen.
Frog or a gecko? We don't know who's making the sound. So we'll get to his celebrity. That'll be good because we don't have celebrity experience. But yeah, Royal Caribbean. They do have the schooner bar, which I like.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have that little circle thing up top that has like coffee drinks. That's very nice. But nothing stands out to me on Royal Caribbean. I haven't been on the big ships, so take that with a grain of margarita salt. But yeah, I'd put Royal probably as a B or a C. Honestly,
I can't think of anything like specialty really about Royal. Like I keep going back to trying to think of like some of the major like themed bars that some of the different cruise lines have.
Okay, so Scott's bringing back a memory for me. The bars on the Navigator and the Explorer, the bars in the main promenade were very loud and crowded, but the MDR service was excellent. So you know what that reminded me of, Scott, is that when we were on the one Royal Caribbean ship that had the promenade, and we went to that British pub,
and it smelled like smoke.
And it was small and overcrowded,
and the drinks were not good.
No, and yeah. So I'm gonna say put them in C or D.
Put them in I'll put them in. I don't know.
Put them in C.
Put them in,
Put them in C. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably redeeming bars on other Royals that we haven't been on. And like Scott said, he had good service in the MDR, so we'll give him a little bit of credit for that.
JT is saying Royal Caribbean is B.
No.
I don't know, but I agree. Like we were super excited about
Yeah.
that little British like pub, and we didn't want to be in there.
Well, and we bought the drink package while we were on board on
not that cruise.
No,
That-
but on the other Royal
Yes.
Caribbean we did, and then we ended up like having a hard time finding a drink we liked on the
Yeah.
entire ship. So
I don't know. I drank a lot of pina coladas.
yeah, but that's like the most standard
But
of
yeah,
standard.
that's true.
Like,
That's true.
when
There
I'm on a
wasn't anything
cruise
special.
and I'm gonna drink, I want like cool, fun, unique
That's true.
drinks.
I drink like rum and cokes and pina coladas
Yeah.
and margaritas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So all right, Disney. Does Disney even have drinks?
I can't.
I'm
speak
sure
to
they
Disney.
do. Put Disney in the back. Put them in the back of the bus.
Okay.
Because I don't know what to do with them.
All right.
All right,
So
Mike.
has something to say. The Martini
Mike
Bar,
got something to say.
World Bar, and Sunset Bar are wonderful on
Better
Celebrity.
to burn out than to fade away.
Huge variety of whiskey, drinks, and beers. Great atmosphere at all. The Martini Bar with the ice counter is great.
Oh, and that's on Celebrity?
That's Celebrity.
Okay, Mike, where would you put Celebrity?
That's what I'd say. Where would you put Celebrity?
Where would you put Celebrity? And we will wait, and we will move on to Carnival, waiting for your answer for that. Scott says, I have been on the Celebrity Infinity. We had a great LGBT get together, and I liked it. That's cool.
Speaking of, I was going to say this at the beginning, but then we started talking about other things. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Absolutely. Yeah.
I just got like really warm. I turned the AC off because of Marty, but it might come back on.
Here's the thing, Scott. I think you could go to any LGBT get together and it'd be fun. So I don't know that really. But anyway, but yeah, okay. So, Lovey says I give them an A.
Oh wow.
Okay, well throw Celebrity an A because
right.
We can only go by those with experience on that line because we don't really have any.
Hey there, Amy.
Hey, Amy. So, okay, moving on to Carnival.
All right, Carnival. So, I would put Carnival probably very close to the top of this list.
Okay.
Carnival has fun-themed bars,
Mm-hmm.
special drinks that goes along with them,
Mm-hmm.
and some really good ones.
Yeah. I would agree. I mean, like Scott's saying there, Alchemy. A+ for Alchemy. If you're on like the Celebrity or
Ashley. Hey,
Ashley.
When you're done, I'm gonna ask Ashley's opinion on our last one.
Because
she's who I was there with.
Okay. And then you have like the Fortune Teller Bar, which is one of my favorite themed
That's
bars.
what Ed just mentioned.
I mean, so yeah, I agree with you. I would put Carnival in Superior. There are the Mocha Getaway or whatever that thing is called.
Mocha Chocolate Getaway.
I mean, maybe
what's the one that I like? That's like the pina colada.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
I always forget the name of it.
And maybe we're a little biased because we do sail Carnival more. So bear that in mind. We are not without our biases, but yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're like, you can go to any ship and drink, based on my current experience and knowledge, I'm going to Carnival. I just am.
Yeah.
Pig and Anchor. Yeah. Pig and Anchor with all the bourbons. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing.
Everyone wants kiss on the lips.
Carnival is the only ship, the only line that I have looked for a drink recipe while on land to make it at home.
Yeah.
There's no other cruise line I've tried to do that with. So there you go. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go back real quick. So for any of you that have just popped in, we are doing a tier list, if you can read that on the top, of the different cruise lines and like certain things about them. Ashley, I'm going to come to you because the last one was Private Islands, and we were talking about Princess K, and I've been to Princess K with you. So I was trying to give it a grade. But I want your thoughts on it. Where would you place Princess K?
And while we're waiting for you to answer, because there's a delay, I just remembered as well the Red Frog Pub.
Yeah.
Not the rum. I mean, the rum bar is fine.
Yeah, but the pub.
But the Red Frog Pub on like the Spirit class ships, on the Vista, one of my favorite places to be on the ship, bar none. Get it? See what I did there? So yeah, Carnival's a superior. Absolutely, 100%. I'm very confident in that answer, even with my biases, which I will admit to openly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Virgin. So I don't remember a lot of the bars on Virgin.
So here's what I remember about Virgin.
Okay.
Hey there, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
We did the bar cash.
Yeah.
We did, what was it? It was like 150 and then they match it. So we had $300 bar cash.
Right.
Which their system wasn't quite set up properly yet. So
Right.
it actually ended up just being cruise cash, which worked out in our favor.
Which did work out in our favor.
Because we went to one of the bars that was on like one of the pool decks, and there was no good drinks.
Yeah.
They had nasty drink options or beer.
And not good beer.
No. And the only other bar that we had I think we went to a couple of bars, and every single bar had the exact same menu.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had like 5 drink options.
Oh, yeah.
And they were all gross, except the milkshake place.
Right.
Which you liked that bourbon milkshake.
There was one drink on that ship. I
didn't drink on that ship.
It was like a bourbony milkshake, which is that holds a lot of weight and puts a lot on. But man, I was thinking Virgin was going to be a C or a B, but now talking about it, I'm thinking Virgin's a D.
I didn't drink on that ship.
Maybe I could push it up to a C.
I can't.
Based on that milkshake, but honestly, like if I'm comparing it to Royal and MSC, I can't put it in that same. Yeah, put it in the D. All right. Virgin getting the D.
Ooh.
Not the good kind.
Ashley says, "Yep, it was pretty. The beach was pretty small, so unless you pay to do the dolphin or stingray encounter, there really wasn't a lot to do." So that's kind of what I remember too. Okay. So maybe we put Princess in the wrong spot. But Anita said that they really liked it. So I don't know.
But I mean, the fact that there's a dolphin experience you can do on Princess K. I mean, that's something you don't get on most private islands, so that's something. But yeah, that's valid.
All right, Holland America.
Holland America. I've only been on 2 of them.
I've been on 1. I think I have good thoughts about it. Okay. We did end up having a drink package for this.
Yeah.
Not that matters, but that allows me to drink more things to judge.
Right.
So Holland America had, or specifically the Rotterdam, because that's what we were on.
Good night, JT. We'll see you on Sunday, bud.
Had the bar where they had the smoky drink.
Yeah.
So they had some cool drinks there. Nothing for me, but that's fine. And then the bar that was in the back of the ship at the top where we did the painting, we had a couple of drinks there that were okay. I don't remember some of the other bars. There's not a drink other than that smoky one that you like that really stands out to me.
I think there were a couple at that bar. That was a good bar.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember, like if you take that bar off of that ship, then I would be putting it as a C.
The only issue that I had with that bar in particular, and it could have been location, layout, that ship, I don't know. It was extremely small and it was kind of in the main walkway.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
When it was busy, it was busy.
Yeah. Well, and it also was a different crowd than normal.
Which
may have been busier with the travel agent crowd.
Yeah.
But here's what I would put it in B.
I would also put it in B.
Because I think it was better than MSC and Royal Caribbean that
Yeah.
I've experienced.
So
But
here's
it
the thing.
wasn't that much better.
We've had the drink package on all 3 of those. So we've had plenty of opportunity to drink on all 3 of those.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. NCL.
I can't speak to NCL.
I can't really either. I mean, I don't know if I drank. I probably had a couple beers on NCL when I was on there. I will say they had a cool, like, kind of Irish themed bar.
Read Scott's comment.
Good. Scott says I can speak to NCL being on the Star. Jade, the Star's what I was on, Scott. And Bliss, such good service and the best LGBTQ plus meetup and yet. One moment, please.
Yep, I think we're there.
Are we back?
Where's your microphone?
Let us know if we are back in the room, audio-wise. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, we forgot to plug in the receiver. We kind of anticipated that happening. So there you go. So I don't know. I'm a little perplexed. I would definitely not have thought that it deserved an S, but you know what, Scott? I have a lot of value for your opinion, so I am willing to put it up there, buddy, because I don't feel right knocking it down based on my lack of experience there, and if you had that kind of positive experience, then
so we're putting NCL in S.
Put it in S.
Okay.
The professor says S. That's where it goes.
So, hey there, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Welcome. Quick question, since you've popped in here, are you guys coming on Sunday?
All right. Who's next? We got. We're okay. So now we're down to Princess.
We're back to Princess.
So what did we get? Did we get some feedback on the Princess drinks?
I don't think we
and
did,
bars?
But I know Anita's been on Princess.
Mm-hmm.
I know Scott's been on Princess.
Yep. Where would you guys rate it? Where would you rate the Princess? And I don't think we have anybody that's got a lot of input on Disney bar wise. So maybe we'll just leave them
out.
Yeah, we'll just leave them out of there for now. And because I don't want to give them a bad rating or a good rating that they don't deserve in either direction.
Aaron says that they're coming.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. Excuse me. Fantastic.
Don't buy your tickets in advance. We can help you out.
We might be able to give you some discounts.
Yeah, we have some discount options.
Probably we'll be able to do
that. Regal Princess is good. Service too, and quality of drinks were very good. A tier. Okay.
Okay.
Anita says we love Princess. Good drinks, Princess, or good drinks, Princess. Anita, Princess. Anita, Princess Anita. Any cool themed bars or anything like that?
S or A. Wheelhouse bar. Okay, so let's put them in the A.
Okay.
Because she said S or A,
and
Scott said A. So there we go.
That was actually Ed that said S or A.
Ed. Okay. Well, all right. So I think that's good. I think that's good. That's a pretty good.
Oh, Erin said that she's been on Princess. Where would you rate the drinks and bars, Erin?
Yeah. And then we will move to our final topic.
Oh, Erin says Erin's got to rent a scooter. Did he hurt himself?
Oh no.
We'll just feed him to the gators. All right.
Okay, we're gonna reset here. Reset our little pawns. I almost said pogs but I'm not that young.
I gotta find my mouse.
Yeah, we got 3 monitors, so the mouse is traveling amongst them. Okay. Boom, they're back. They're back in the room. So our final thing that we're going to rate them on is going to be the best or how they rank, I should say, for non-MDR included food options. We wanted to leave the MDR out of it because we felt like there was a lot of contradiction between some cruise lines have great MDR and not great other things and vice versa, and that would be just too confusing. So anything that you don't have to pay extra for, but that is not the MDR, I think we can keep the buffet in there.
Okay.
Because there's really to me, there's only one cruise line that stands out with the buffet.
I agree.
And I think that that's relevant.
I agree.
So, and that's the first one we're going to talk about. So on MSC, do they have any other included food besides the buffet?
Not that no, we paid for that.
I don't think they did.
I think it's buffet and MDR, which are the 2 places we ate. We also went to that Mexican place, but that was paid.
That was paid, yeah. So we can't count that.
But not that we're counting this, but it was a pay one price, eat as much as you want.
Yeah, but it's still pay.
I know.
It's still
just saying.
Yeah. Mom, you lost our sound. I think we should be back.
She's
now.
Behind.
Yeah. Okay, so so here's the thing. The MSC buffet is in a different league. It's 20,000 leagues above. I don't know if it's 20,000 leagues.
And long.
It is in a different league than any other cruise line that we have been on. Especially, I think there's probably cruise lines in Europe that would compete with it, but I don't think you're going to find one in the US that competes with MSC's buffet.
Yeah.
I really don't. And so for that alone, I would say I would give MSC a A or a B. What do you think?
So I think the fact that they don't have other included options does not help them, but their buffet is so superior to any other buffet that I've had on a cruise ship. I think we can put them on A. Because I didn't need or want another option.
That is valid. Yeah. I mean,
other cruise lines, like the buffet is like,
It almost is like you take your Guy's burger and your big chicken and your all these things. I'm naming all Carnival stuff, and that's sort of incorporated into the buffet area.
Now,
not those
here's
specific
my question
things,
for you.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Oh yeah, ice cream options were pathetic on that ship. Yeah, they were pretty much non-existent for the most part.
Does that change anything for you?
Like I said, I'm between A and B. If you want to give them an A, I'm not going to argue with you. If you want to give them a B, I'm not going to argue with you. I would put them somewhere in that vicinity.
I'll put them in B. Because the buffet, from what I can remember, was the only option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was a phenomenal option.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mike is saying that's limited with Celebrity. Celebrity food is better than most MDRs we've been to. Celebrity doesn't have other food that is not paid for except buffet. And then he said MSC is better than Celebrity's buffet ? So I
can't speak to Celebrity.
I haven't been on Celebrity, but I'm guessing it probably is. And here's why I say that, Mike. Because, and this may be more of a Matt and Kimber thing, but because MSC is catering to a more international clientele, the variety of foods that they have is way beyond the scope of what I've had at any other U.S. and that's all I've been on. Cruise buffet, and I dig that. I like different foods.
So like one of the things like on a Carnival buffet, they have like maybe 2 sections of buffet, but you have the same thing like 4 times.
Yeah, Carnival's not. Yeah, but I don't know.
But
I don't know about Celebrity.
Well, no, but here's where I'm giving this example. Carnival, you might have a large buffet space, but you have the same thing over and over and over again. MSC space might be the same, but you have something different the entire place around.
Yeah, everything's different.
You don't have 4 options. You've got 24 options.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything I ate off of that buffet was delicious. And their pasta was out of this world.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I can't say for certain how it ranks with Celebrity, but I can tell you how it ranks with all the other ones, and it's not even close.
See ya, Sean.
See ya, Sean. It's not even close. But that was it. That was all they had. So they blew it all right there. But I mean, they did a good job with that. So, cool. All right, what do we got next? Carnival. So Carnival's buffet is not all that in a bag of chips.
No, I wouldn't speak highly to the buffet.
No, I wouldn't either. I'm not yearning for the buffet. I'm not craving their deli, but here's the thing, and you guys know what I'm about to say. All I have to say is Guy's Burger, Blue Iguana, Big Chicken, which I understand is limited on how many ships that's on, and soft serve. It's a superior. I mean, it just is. And if you're on like one of the XL class ships, you're getting even more right now. And if you're on like a Cucina ship, there's a free or included, lunch option. So, and I think maybe even though it's included right now once per sailing on the what's the Mexican Asian?
Oh wait, what?
The Mexican Asian shebang. I think the lunch is always included.
Yes,
which we did not love, to be fair, when we did it. But
we were also on that ship like in one of its first few sailings.
That is
and
also,
had that
that is also accurate. But
so we haven't tried it since.
But I mean, honestly, like Guy's Burger's almost enough by itself for me to think of it as superior because like I have a hard time finding smash burgers that good on land. And
that's true. That's actually a burger that I'm willing to, because I'm weird about burgers.
Yeah. Like if it was just
that's right, pizza.
Oh yeah. And pizza, yeah. If it was just Blue Iguana, like I'd be like, that's good. But I can get better Mexican food on land. I can get better burgers on land, but like not necessarily that style Burger 21. Burger. Well, that was pretty good, but
it wasn't a smash burger though.
No, no, that's true. That's true. But yeah, so yeah,
that's right. The deli
is,
but they have it.
They do.
That's my point.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about all these things, and all the people are mentioning them.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Carnival is probably winning.
Yep. Okay, so Princess again. Can't speak to
Mike
Princess.
Says Anthony eats Blue Iguana every day, twice a day.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
I like Blue Iguana. That's one of my favorite breakfasts.
Yeah.
Scott says Carnival equals always love Guys, but on the Splendor got great Indian food, and on Venezia got great Mexican. Buffet is good except the midnight buffet. If you gamble, a voucher to the steakhouse.
Yeah. And Stacy's saying something about the Eclipse. The MDR was great, but every day at lunch the buffet was terrible, and I'm not a picky person. All right.
Ed says S for Princess. International Cafe is awesome. Buffet was really good.
That.
Salty Dogs was good.
I've heard that.
Anita says an International Cafe is open 24 hours and offers you great selection. Salty Dog Grill has great hot dogs and also burgers and tacos. Buffet is good. Pizza is good. Scott says Princess offers incredible food options and are all very high class options.
Okay.
Sounds like Princess is an S.
Give Princess an S. Then I mean that's enough for me. That's three good vouchers for that. So okay, so Princess is also going to be rated real high up there.
Holland
America. Man,
Did we eat anything that wasn't MDR?
I don't remember.
I don't think.
I don't remember. The buffet
I don't-
doesn't stand out to me. I suspect it's a little better than Carnival's, but I don't really know that. That's me
Man,
guessing.
I don't remember anything from.
I don't remember anything bad, but I don't remember options on there.
I don't either.
Let's put them in C.
Okay.
Unless somebody out there has something different to say
Yeah,
about
I
Holland.
don't have
We're gonna
anything
put 'em
negative,
down.
so I don't think they're D, but I don't have anything that I remember.
Put them down in the C. Yeah, put them
Okay.
down in the C. Okay, Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean. Now, Royal, it depends. I haven't been on the Oasis class ships,
Yeah.
so I know there's more there. I don't know if there's more included there though. What's included on Royal besides the buffet? Their burger option is not included.
Well, they have pizza.
They do have soft serve. They do have pizza.
On what was it, Freedom of the Seas, they had that little stand that was next to the pool that had like nachos and stuff that were they were okay. They didn't. I remember that I was like, this kind of tastes like something I would like.
Kevin says that sailed on 5 of these cruise lines and Holland America has the best buffet by far.
Oh.
So have you been on MSC, Kevin? I have to ask then. Yeah, they charge for Johnny Rockets, so that gets booted right there. And also Johnny Rockets on the Royals I've had is not very good. Like it doesn't taste like the land version. At least the ones I've had were not.
Scott says the buffet was usually crowded. Doesn't remember anything else. So maybe Royal is D or D.
So here's what I will say.
Okay.
I would put Royal in B.
Okay.
Because I love Indian food. Somebody said something about Indian food.
Yeah.
And Royal always has Indian food.
So only because you're gonna put it in B because of Indian food.
Yeah, because I look forward to that. I look forward to going to Royal's buffet for the Indian food. And that's I think significant.
To you.
To me. Well, this is my
It's
opinion.
also mine.
Okay, well, I'm saying I'd put them in B. That's what I'm saying.
I like their pizza better than Carnival's.
Okay, so there you go. B. I think that's fair. I mean, that's 2 tiers below Carnival.
Okay.
I think that's fair. Okay, celebrity people. What are we thinking here?
Yeah, tell us about celebrities' food.
Disney. I don't think we have any Disney people here.
So we can't judge Disney's food. But I've heard amazing things about Disney's restaurants.
I have, but I just don't feel comfortable putting it in there.
Kevin says we've not been on MSC, Disney, Virgin, or Norwegian. Well, you're out of here. Tell us about celebrity.
Yeah.
I think we've got Stacy. Oh, Aaron says, can I ask a question about Indian food? Not to get off topic.
You can always talk about Indian food. So
celebrity infinity. Only thing I recall was the private options, which cost.
Yeah.
What would you order if you have never tried Indian? You would go to an Indian buffet.
Well, that would be your best option.
Otherwise,
tikka masala,
chicken tikka masala,
or butter chicken.
Those are
not usually those are not very spicy.
What's the is it tandoori?
The tandoori chicken, but that's a little bit more. I would try that.
What is when we go to the buffet and they have the big plate of all the different chickens?
Like almost like a baked chicken. That's the
tandoori.
The tandoori chicken is like the dry.
But it's different because some of it's green and some of it's
that's tandoori.
It's tandoori.
Basically,
okay.
Yeah, there might be a different
garlic naan. Yes.
Yeah. Get the garlic naan. Yeah. Or chicken tandoori.
Chicken tikka masala is typically what I would say is my go-to if we're not at a buffet.
That's a very
and I'm pretty picky.
Yeah, that's a very like European American friendly dish. I don't know if friendly is the right term because I love Indian food. But if you like spicy, and I love spicy, I go for the vindaloo. But yeah, there's a lot of good though. If you can go to a buffet, do that because there's so much Indian food that you wouldn't know what to order by just looking at the name of it on a menu. And it's usually not super cheap, unfortunately. But there's so many spices and flavors, not all hot spices, but just
but if you can get like a chicken tikka masala with some naan bread and some rice, and you break your naan bread up and dip it in your rice and your chicken and you eat, oh, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like a Chinese dish as far as like what it looks like, but not the flavors.
Oh no, it's very Indian.
Flavors are very different.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's my favorite genre of food is how I say it, is Indian food by far.
All right, back to cruising. So Mike says the only non-paid food is the buffet on Celebrity, other than the Mast Grill.
So where do we put it then? Do we put it in C?
Stacy says Celebrity. I'm going to sneeze, so you have to read it.
Celebrity, all MDR food was excellent. The pasta bar on the buffet was really good. Okay, according to Gina. All right, everything else on the buffet, yuck. Oh, that wasn't much other food. So I'm thinking C. If somebody wants to argue that, then I will probably default to you. But I'm going to put them in C. Yeah. They have Indian, Asian, English, Mexican on the buffet. Stacy, crazy. What are you talking about, Levy? What is that?
Celebrity.
Celebrity. Oh, well, that's.
Isn't that what they're talking about?
I don't know.
They're both talking about Celebrity. That's what we were just talking about.
Well, that's two very different stories there, because I like English and Indian food, which is.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So Virgin.
Okay. So
this is a tricky one.
It is. So here's what I'd say. I would say that Virgin does not have an MDR. There is not just one place you go every night to eat.
Correct.
You can choose from 4 different restaurants or what they would call their buffet.
Yep.
So I would say all of that would be considered included that we can do.
Yeah. It's kind of a gray line between MDR and non-MDR.
I don't know. Is that any different than going to Shebang one night going to Cucina one night?
It's a gray area for sure.
But that's where they're different.
Here's what I will say. I don't remember liking most of that food.
The only food that I was surprisingly happy with was Razzle Dazzle, which was the one I was least excited to go to. Mexican food was all right.
It's okay.
But I always felt like they said that like everything was casual. So like we went in shorts and a t-shirt, but I always felt like I was doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're not a buffet, but it's really a buffet.
Yeah,
that was bad disaster.
But I liked Razzle Dazzle. I mean, I liked their breakfast and I liked their dinner.
Okay.
They also had ice cream, and they had the pizza. I liked the pizza with the egg on it.
Okay.
I'd probably put them at a B or a C.
Oh, really? That high? Okay. I would put them. Well, I guess B or C is not that. I would put them in a C.
Okay.
And look, I see Kevin Counts coming in here with some knowledge. He says Holland America needs to be higher than X.
Celebrity.
Right, but Celebrity is not a D. So for you, Kevin, we're going to move Holland America up to B. Let's move Holland America up to B, because I think you have more experience in Holland America than we do, and so I'm willing to give you. I'm willing to give respect to your experience and knowledge, sir. So
we've also got Mike and Stacy going back and forth on
interesting
Celebrity.
Okay.
So Mike has a lot of good stuff to say, and Stacy not so much.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe it's dependent on the ship. I think both of them have been on one Celebrity cruise each. So maybe it's ship, maybe it's very specific taste. If it's Indian and English and some of those other things, then maybe it's not.
So maybe we put them right in the middle.
I don't know. Well, but Kevin says Holland America should be higher than Celebrity.
Okay, that's true.
Let's leave it there.
Let's leave it there.
But look, I mean, asterisks. Okay, we're basing this on our limited experience. So asterisk experience.
Yes,
your your particular, I can't think of the word. Something may vary. What is the word I'm trying to think of?
What? I wasn't listening to you.
Your not experience, but your whatever may vary.
Opinions?
No, I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. You know, like yours, it's not. I don't know. May vary. Come on, brain, wake up.
Mike says, to me, Carnival definitely favors American taste buds. Celebrity was very diversified.
So Mike,
that sounds kind of like MSC.
That makes me think that maybe I would push that personally.
So here's what I'm going to say. Based on what they said, they didn't have any other included options other than buffet.
Right.
And they both said that they didn't like the desserts. So with that, I think it goes below MSC.
Okay. And Holland America.
Right.
Kevin says.
Right. So, but MSC didn't have any other included options besides the buffet, but their buffet was very good.
Right.
Across the board.
So I think we're probably okay. I mean, you're
all right.
Your mileage may vary.
NCL.
Is that what I was trying?
I don't know.
Okay, NCL. So
I've heard good stuff. I've not been on NCL.
NCL is kind of like when you get your NCL ticket. Is that what they call it? A ticket? You often get some included like dining experiences as part of your package. When I was on NCL, but it wasn't included, there was a really good place. They changed the name of it. It was like a little Irish bar. I ate breakfast there a lot and stuff. It was not included though, so I can't count that. My experience on NCL was that instead of going to the MDR every night, like when you bought it, you chose certain things, and one of them is a dining package. And so I ate at the Brazilian steakhouse, the regular steakhouse during that cruise, and it was included. And the regular steakhouse was good. The Brazilian steakhouse was terrible, except for the grilled pineapple. The meat, which is the highlight of the Brazilian steakhouse, was horrible. But so yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So Scott says NCL excellent. I know the pay for other food spaces is controversial, but I felt they were worth it. On the Bliss, they had between buffet eats on the observation deck, like high tea and light eats.
Okay. Well, and that's fair. And we're not saying that we're against the pay for food, but we're just rating them for the included food.
$10 for an upgrade to the steakhouse. But this is included.
Right.
We're doing included.
But that's how
cool.
they function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron says NCL is my favorite for food, hands down.
But is that included food?
Right. Included food.
Is that included food?
Outside of the MDR.
Sheehan's. That's what I was thinking of. It's included now. Didn't they change the name of it? Because it used to be Sheehan's, but then I thought they changed the name of it to something else. But anyway, if that food is included, that bumps NCL up my list a lot because I really enjoyed Sheehan's. I remember that. Like I ate there every morning. Like it was real good. And it was like table service, but it wasn't like going to like the main restaurant getting table service. It felt like you were going to a little Irish pub and getting breakfast or lunch, or like they had chicken wings and for
you
the
got
evening.
Chicken wings for breakfast?
No, breakfast was like breakfast.
Just kidding.
But like it was cool. It was good. It was a very good experience. So with that being said,
Scott says French, Italian, experimental, Mexican, etc.
So yeah. You're right, Mike. I mean, there's people are different, have their different tastes and whatnot. Look, this is what I'm thinking.
You gonna put it in A?
Aaron, back me up on this, but
they didn't have Guinness though.
What? Oh man. Well, that may be a deal breaker. Do they have something Irish or English at least? I would lean towards A or B for that. I will default to Aaron. Aaron, A or B on NCL? And then does anybody have any feedback for
Scott.
Disney?
Scott's been on NCL as well.
And Scott had good things to say, right?
Scott would give an A.
In general, for food in general.
Okay.
But is that included food,
Yeah.
Scott? The included only, if we're only judging
Outside of MDR.
If we're only judging outside of MDR included food, then would you give it an A? And if you guys say
that is the included food.
Okay, so put it in A. Yeah, we don't have anybody there. So, and then Disney, I don't know what to do with Disney.
I don't know what to do with Disney.
I assume Disney's food is probably really good. I know their MDR experience is kind of like almost going to specialty restaurants every night.
Yeah. Kind of like Virgin, but different.
I can't fairly and honestly rank them, even in this very subjective manner.
So
because I don't feel like I have a basis to do that.
So what I'm seeing here is nobody has horrendous food.
That is a fair assessment. Nobody has. There are some aspects of some of these cruise lines where people are like, I don't care for that, but there's something to eat that people like in all of these, and some of them quite a bit. Okay, cool.
All right, I'm going to bring us back.
Yeah, because that was the last.
That was the last, and it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, is it really?
It sure is.
Holy cow! Yeah. Okay. So there you go. There you have it.
We did it.
And
together.
Scott says, I think that is a fair assessment.
Cool. So we've done good. Everybody agrees with everything that we have to say.
Done good. So, yes, that's it. That's it exactly. So this was fun.
It was fun. And it was about cruising.
Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that we included your opinions mixed them with ours to come up with what makes sense to us. But like Mike said, there's a lot of people that have different opinions, and that's what makes this world a beautiful place. So that's okay. And maybe it gives some people some guidance on what they like, if they can tell, on what they might prefer cruise line wise, or just try them all.
Yeah. So I have 3 things. Oh, suddenly I have more. First, I'm going to say, since I don't think Scott has been in our last couple lives, just going to throw it out there. We're considering a potential group cruise in 2026.
You're targeting it. Yeah, they need to know. These California people.
I know. Gotta let them know, because they travel all the time, and I need them to plan.
The ones that don't only travel on tiny ships.
Yeah.
Because they don't come, but that's okay. We understand.
Okay, and now I'm gonna go up to the top and see what some of these say. That was fun, and my team won the game. Cool. And Scott says,
good.
Great work, team. So is this criteria rating for the group cruise?
No, it's not. It's not. With the group cruise right now, and I don't know if this is going to stay, but right now I think Carnival and Princess are the front runners for what the group cruise would be on. Mm-hmm. It's possible that that'll change, so don't hold me to that. But that's kind of where our head's at the moment.
Scott says, question, would you consider the 2026 group cruise here on the West Coast? Unlikely.
Yeah, probably not.
If it were just Matt and I cruising, maybe sometime, but not for the group cruise.
Yeah,
because there's so much that would be involved with organizing it. It would just be easier for us to do it here.
Well, and a fantastic group cruise, I feel like
has to go to the Caribbean.
Has obligatory snorkeling and stuff, and that's not something you're going to get in the same way on the Pacific coast, unfortunately. But
Scott, we are not opposed to cruising from your coast.
No,
Matt and I sometime.
Yes,
there's just more that goes into it.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else. What was I going to say? I don't know either. Cool. I have no idea what it was. It was something, and then we started saying something. It was like something that somebody said. It must have been you, because you were the only one talking. It made me think of it, and then I forgot.
I don't know.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Okay.
For those of you still in here that would potentially be going on our 2026 group cruise or interested in it, thoughts on MSC? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. Stacy's saying remind people about the meetup. Yeah, if you're in here and you're not already going, we are doing a meetup this Sunday, so it's a pretty short notice for you if you didn't know about it already. June 9th at Gatorland, starting at 10 a.m. Right now, we've only got a handful of people going, which is fine. But if more people want to join, that will be fine too. So if you do want to go, then please let us know in Facebook or something, just so that we can make sure to meet up with you. And depending on how many people go, we can offer some limited discounts depending on how many people. So right now it's looking pretty good, but yeah.
Okay. Scott says never tried it. Ashley says never been. MSC would not be our choice. Okay. Mike says loved our one time at Gatorland. Ashley says wish I could go Sunday. Mike says is Chester still there?
The last time I was there, Chester was still there. I will check though on Sunday.
Aaron says 10 a.m. still. That's what time we're gonna get there. I know it's a little bit further of a drive for you, so
open at 10.
But to get the discount that we have, I think you have to be there with us.
But if you're like, oh man, I'm running late, we're gonna be there.
We'll figure it out.
10:15 or 10:20.
Keep us updated, and we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Anita says never been on MSC, but would be open to it. Good night, Les and Pat. If you're there, see you guys Sunday.
See you guys Sunday.
Would you ever scuba or snorkel in either Greece or Egypt?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I know that's a thing that happens. I'm not super familiar with the sites and whatnot, but I would scuba and snorkel anywhere, Scott.
Les says we are a frugal couple of things on 2026. The price is right, and I'm still alive. Perfect.
Well, let's make sure those are both.
Aaron says we can be an adult. We will be there. That sounds good. Your mom says this was interesting.
Good.
And we're caught up.
All right, and it is 10:07,
and
which
it is
means
bedtime.
We are leaning into Sean and Alana and the Down Under Cruiser. So we will sign out right now. But thank you guys for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. And yeah. That's all I got.
Have a good weekend.
That's all I got to say about that.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.